Hey Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. It is so awesome to be with you. I'm sitting here today, I'm looking at my pendant. Check this out. I've got an awesome Thor pendant. Isn't this cool? I love Thor. Thor is one of my deities that I honor. And what's really cool is that Marvel Comics, one of the writers for Marvel Comics, Stan Lee, many years ago, back in like the 60s, read the Norse mythology. He was so inspired. He said, this Thor has to be a character in my books. And he took Thor and turned him into a superhero. And what's really cool is that the actual Norse mythology is followed throughout the comic book series. And this is Thor as Stan Lee, the creator of the Marvel comic book series, envisioned him. And he's very much like I would envision Thor. And I just love it, so it's kind of cool. So if you're into worshiping Thor, you might want to check out Marvel Comics, because they make jewelry with Thor, and they make, action figures and stuff. So you could set an altar basically based on the Stan Lee creation, which I think is a really cool representation of Thor. Anyways, I'm having fun with that. Well, I got to say thank you to all of you who came out to last night's show. We had the best time. If you didn't see our show, we had the Witching Hour. And that's a program we now have every Sunday night at 8 p.m. It's a live broadcast. Lady Angie and I get together. Lord Tony was there. He's the guardian of our order. We had a great time. We focused on, answering questions about Wicca. We talked about the Order of the Purple Cord, which is the spiritual order that we head up. If you haven't seen that, check it out. It's in the queue right before this one. It was a big hit. We had a really big turnout. Well, I tell you, today's been my day off. Psychic Bobs need a little bit of downtime, so I just took a little break today. That's why this is getting out late. I went out shopping. I had such a good time. I just need a little break. And look what I got. I got a cool treasure. We're going to talk more about this in the coming weeks. But I found this really cool candle holder today while I was out shopping. I can't tell you what store I bought it at, because it seems that now YouTube is censoring me. If I say any product names or store names, they block my account from getting revenue. So I can't tell you where I bought it, but it was just a local store. And I think it's really cool. It's the pentacle, or the pentagram, and it's surrounded with these are glass candle holders. And it's made to sit on a table. I don't know if you see it's got legs on it. So basically it sits on a table and you fill it with candles, and then you illuminate it. And I'm going to use this in ritual work. I think it's very magical. I might put a large pillar candle in the middle here, and then smaller ones around it. And this would be great even for Yule time, because I was kind of visualizing with like red and green candles in it. I think that'd be kind of cool. Anyway, we're going to have more on this, but I had to show it to you. I was so excited. Well, here we are, and it is time for horoscopes. For those of you who are new to the channel here, I want to say welcome to the new people. Last night we had a bunch of new people discover the Spirit channel through our broadcast. I want to say welcome to our channel. Every Monday we do horoscopes. That's right. And this is our big Zodiac wheel. Isn't that cool? It's the wheel of the Zodiac. And it spins in the cosmos, and all the houses of the Zodiac are in, and the sun moves through this. The moon, the planets, everything moves through the signs of the Zodiac. So we're going to talk about horoscopes. And just to clarify, because I always forget to say it, this video is for the time period of Monday, December 4th, 2017, through Sunday, December the 10th, 2017. So it's a week-long video. So listen up, because we're going to go through the transits of the week, kind of what's going on astrologically, and then I'm going to give individual horoscopes for everybody. So if you're watching this video, you will get a horoscope for your sign today. So definitely stay with us and listen in. You guys are the best. Well, let me tell you, this is going to be a very interesting week. In fact, I got to put on my glasses. I can't see today. Because what we're doing, we're starting off this week on Monday with our sun in Sagittarius. Happy birthday to our Sag kids. And then we've got our moon in Cancer. Now, Cancer moon Means that deep feeling, that deep emotion, that psychic sense is already kicking off our week. Okay, now we've got a little bit of challenge though today on Monday because our moon, which is in Cancer, is in opposition to Mercury, and then we have our sun square Neptune. What all that means is that today you're going to be feeling very sensitive. Your psychic senses will be heightened, but with that moon in opposition to Mercury, it may be hard to express that or put it in words in a way that people can understand how you're feeling. So be patient with yourself. If you feel like you're talking and nobody's listening or getting it, don't worry. Today is more of an inner day, okay? And we'll get some breakthroughs this week, okay? Because on Tuesday, the 5th, we've got our moon still in Cancer, and we've got our sun square Neptune. Again, this is a sign of kind of that inner energy. That square means that it's not time to act. You may be feeling like you want to just start something or just jump into the fray. Tuesday's another day where you want to hold back, listen to your inner voice, but don't make any big outer world actions. The timing is not right for that. And if you try to do it, you'll get yourself in further hot water. So today and tomorrow, take it slow, be gentle, be more meditative, okay? Now, come Wednesday, we've got some really nice shifts here because on Wednesday, we've got Jupiter trine Neptune. That means your psychic senses are really going to get a blessing. You'll get a lot of confirmation that what you're sensing and feeling inside is accurate, and you'll get a blessing that day. For those of you who are psychic workers, Wednesday's a great day for psychic work. We also have Saturn trine Uranus. And Uranus is our planet that brings sudden insight. With that Saturn trine it, that means you'll get sudden insights, but it won't be kind of radical. It'll be tempered with wisdom, and you can trust what you're sensing, trust what you're feeling. That is our psychic breakthrough. That is our power day. So hang in there today and tomorrow. By Wednesday, you're going to really feel empowered again, okay? Now, once we get into Thursday, we've got an energy shift because our moon, which has been in Cancer, is moving over to Leo. That's a fire sign. That's going to bring a lot of stimulation, a lot of inspiration. We've got our moon trine Venus that day, and Venus square Neptune. And then we've got Jupiter trine Neptune. A lot of transits here, but very high power. What this means is with that fire energy, you're going to be inspired, you're going to look good, you're going to feel good, okay? Venus square Neptune means that it may be a little challenging to get people to, you know, kind of come together and feel everything on a deeper level. It may be hard to communicate the deeper aspects. So on Thursday, keep it light, keep it simple, and just put on a show. People will want to be entertained, okay? Jupiter trine Neptune that day means you're going to know just what to say. Trust your inner voice. And if you have to do a business presentation, Thursday is a power day. But again, keep it light. Focus on style, okay? Substance is important, but people are going to relate more to style. It's a day of glamour, a day of, you know, fashion style. Be fashion forward. And Thursday, put on your best, look your best, and you will slay it, okay? All right. Now, when we get over to Friday, we're going to continue that success energy because we've got our sun trine our moon, and our moon's in Leo. That's, again, firepower, inspiration, double dose. We got sun and we got moon, both in fire elements, okay? Mercury is conjunct Saturn that day. Mercury is trine Uranus. Mars is in opposition to Uranus. Jupiter is trine Neptune, and Saturn is trine Uranus. And what this means is you're going to have a lot of inspiration. Again, that feeling of like wanting to show off, want to put on a show, be inspirational is there. But you're going to have that Saturn influence, which will kind of bring things into a little more focus. You're going to be grounded in wisdom. So let inspiration be guiding your day, but let that wisdom element work its way in so that you can really get to the heart of matters. Thursday and Friday, really strong days for trying to get business deals closed. You got, if you've got, you know, job interviews, Thursday and Friday, really good for that. Okay, so seek out career advancement, seek out business opportunities Thursday and Friday, okay? Now, when we get to Saturday, our energy is going to shift again because our moon is moving into Virgo. Virgo's an earth sign. That's going to bring a real sense of grounding. So everything that's been high and flying on Thursday and Friday, once we get to Saturday, we're going to start to have to settle down, and really go to work, okay? It's like the time of party's over. Let's get focused. Our moon is trine Saturn. Again, brings focus, clarity of wisdom. And our Mercury is conjunct Saturn. Again, that means our discussions will take a more serious tone, more focused tone. So in terms of like kind of closing the deal, if you don't close it Thursday or Friday, by Saturday, it's like where it gets serious. Papers are signed. Everybody's on the same page. Focus that day on task completion. And when we get to Sunday, this is going to be your day of rest this week. There's been so much energy throughout the week. Sunday, we've got, our moon is still in Virgo, which brings that earth energy. Our sun is square the Virgo moon, all right? We got Sagittarius sun square the Virgo moon. This kind of puts a damper on things, like it won't be so high-powered. It's going to be more focused and grounded. Moon is trine Pluto, which means you're going to focus on talking about longer-term goals. It's really more of a planning day. We've got Venus square Neptune. Not the best day to try to go out and conquer the world. More of a stay-at-home day and focus on goals and meditate, okay? And that's how you want to spend Sunday. I would take it a light day. Stay at home, okay? Well, there you go. There's our transits for the week. Now, we're going to look at each individual zodiac sign. We're going to spin around the wheel. Now, listen up, because if you don't know your horoscope sign, your zodiac sign, I will give the birth date range after I announce each sign. So when you hear the sign that has your birth date range, that's your sign. And by the way, to answer a question I got earlier in the week, somebody said, well, Bob, where do you get these horoscopes? Who do you get them from? I create these horoscopes. You won't get them anywhere else. They're unique to Spirit Channel. They're my creation. So I hope that you'll know that they're special, made just by me for you. Okay? Well, let's spin around our wheel here and see what we got. All right, our first sign is Aries, and that's March 21st to April 20th. You know, Aries, this week for you is going to be a little challenging. You're going to have to slow down. There's a lot of fire energy this week, which will stimulate you. But you've got to really let Saturn be your guide, because if you act impulsively this week, you're going to mess up all your chances for success. Patience is really key here around this. Also this week, you want to also be open to and focus on relationships, mending bridges, making friends, having peace. Because what you're going to find is that people around you are willing to offer the olive branch, and you'll have a much better time going forward in business as well in personal life. In areas of relationship this week, Aries, again, this is going to require patience, because people around you are going to be feeling that Uranian influence, maybe act a little zany. You're going to have to be the grounding influence, the leader. You know your natural leaders. Take charge. Get people on an agenda that's your agenda, and you're going to rock it. Okay. Also highlighted for you this week are issues connected to long-term investments. So good time to look at purchasing property or stocks. Your key word this week, Aries, is patience. All right. Our next sign is Taurus, and that's April 21st to May 20th. Taurus, this week you want to really focus on goals, goal completion. Everybody around you may be a little scattered this week because they're feeling that Martian energy and that Uranian energy. But you're going to have to kind of be the one that keeps the eagle eye focus, okay? Again, you're like the Aries. You're going to be in kind of a leadership position this week. So make that about everybody making their goals. Try to inspire people around you to set goals and make rewards for them for completing them. For those of you who are Tauruses going to look for work, this is actually a good week if you're in a job change or looking to do a job change situation, because what you're going to find is that people are going to want to close the deal with you. Like when you go for an interview, they're like, how soon can you start? So very good week for Tauruses, particularly in work area. In the area of social life, Taurus, you're also going to find that people want to get serious. So if you're in a relationship, you say, oh, it's just kind of light. This is the week where it may move into a little more agreement, like we're a couple, we're together, we're committed. And if you're thinking about getting married, good week to really look at that as well. Also highlighted for Taurus this week are issues connected to occult studies. So it's a good time to take that focus and understand the spirit world. Your key word this week, Taurus, is finish. All right. Our next sign is Gemini, and that's May 21st to June 20th. Geminis, this week for you, there's going to be definitely a lot of high power. As an air sign, you want to connect with people. But your secret right now to success, Gemini, is to connect first with your inner self. If you do all things through your inner self this week, then you will be successful. So what you want to do is tell people around you, wait, I will get back to you. Don't jump into anything and suddenly. Take your time, take everything methodically, take it slow. This is the only way you're going to make it through this week. If you act compulsive, you're going to wreck yourself. So there's that old saying, check yourself before you wreck yourself. And that's what you want to focus on this week, Gemini, okay? Geminis would do very well this week to kind of, if you can, even take a personal day or two just to collect yourself, to focus and have that spiritual time. A good time for Geminis to have spiritual retreat. In the area of personal relationships, Gemini, also bite your tongue because you may be tempted to speak faster than you should. So you got to check yourself before you wreck yourself, okay? And you're going to be okay this week, as long as you follow that, okay? Also highlighted for Geminis this week are issues connected to writing. So it's a good time to sit down and handwrite a letter. When you handwrite, it teaches you to focus a little more. And so I think that, in this day of emails, we've lost that ability to handwrite letters. And emails get more people in trouble, especially in work. So at work, Geminis, be careful. Again, you got to check yourself because you might get in a mood, flash off an email, and discover you hit distribution to the whole company, and now you're in trouble. So don't do that, okay? Your key word this week, Gemini, is going to be meditate. Meditate before you speak. All right, our next sign, Cancer, and that's June 21st to July 22nd. Cancers. This is an interesting week for you because you're going to be feeling very much like compulsive. There's a lot of energy here. This fire energy is kind of stirring you and working you. And there's some transits around you this week that prove a little challenging. Cancers, similar to Geminis, you're going to have to kind of take control of situations and not let them get out of hand. It would be very easy this week, Cancer, to get run away with emotion. Don't do it. Like the Geminis, I'm going to tell you also, check yourself before you wreck yourself, okay? The good thing is, though, that Cancers, you're going to be very in touch with that inner wisdom. That psychic power, that spiritual connection is very present for you this week, but you have to know it and make time for it, okay? So you want to be similar to Geminis. You also want to focus on listening to inner voice. You want to slow things down. You want to meditate and take your time with things. It's a really good week for Cancers if you want to just also take some personal days and get out of the fray. You're going to find, Cancer, it's almost like things around you are on autopilot, so don't mess with the system, just let it go, even if you disagree. And come the end of the week, you're going to find that it really wasn't worth it to jump into the fray and try to change things. So it's going to be more of a passive week, but a week of success if you can understand how that energy flows, okay? Also highlighted for you this week are issues connected to travel. So again, maybe take some personal days and have a trip somewhere to recharge your batteries. Your key word this week, Cancer, is control. Control yourself, okay? All right, our next sign is Leo, and that's July 23rd to August 22nd. Leos, this week, you're going to be in the spotlight. Now, you're the natural performers of the Zodiac, but you're going to have to kind of represent the ideals. You're going to be very much a leader representing ideals of organizations, ideals of family, ideals of people around you. You're going to be a spokesperson, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So this challenge for you this week is to remember who you're representing, because you're going to find that sometimes your ideas this week will clash with the people that want you to represent them. Represent those around you in the way that they want, and you will succeed. This is not a week for Leos to push on personal agendas. More let that wait. Push on group agendas. And if you can focus on advancing a group of people, like a group of co-workers in a dispute, or representing a family and wants to go forward on a project, you're going to have a much easier go at it this week, and people are going to love you and respect you, okay? In the area of personal relationships, same thing. You're going to find that it's like more of your energies around group events and group activities than personal one-on-one. So, you might be thinking, well, I'll just have, lunch with Sally Joe, but then Sally Joe says, oh, I'm bringing 6 more people. Go with the flow. Just be open, because What Spirit is doing for you right now in the cosmos with the alignments is they're allowing you to have more visibility. And longer term, this will serve you. Even if at the moment you feel a little overwhelmed or stifled, just go with the flow. You're going to rock it, okay? Also highlighted for Leos this week are issues connected to music appreciation. So definitely go to a concert, let music stimulate and inspire you. Your keyword this week, Leo, is present. We actually have two for you. Present, meaning present the ideas, and represent others. So you get two words, present and represent. Okay, there you go. All right, our next side is Virgo, and that's August 23rd to September 22nd. Virgo, this week for you, your power is found in staying at home. This is a really great week for Virgos if you can to take vacation. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, Second Bob, I can't take a day off of my job, especially at the holiday time. Don't worry about it. Carry the energy of home with you. So what I mean by that is before you leave your house in the morning to face the day or in the evening to face the night, whenever you go, sit in your home and think what's good about your home. Pull that power into you and then go into the world. This is going to give you focus. This is going to give you balance. This is going to give you peace. Okay? Now, if you're a Virgo and you're saying, Bob, my home's in disarray, I got to move, I'm up in the air on all that, then I want you to visualize your ideal home and hold that within you. Your earth energy is where your power is this week. And earth and home are earth, focused meditations. So I want you to focus on home, the ideal home. Don't worry if your home's not perfect right now. Let it be your base, your center. Do everything from your home. As much as you can in terms of social life, invite people to your home. If you have to go to other people's homes, bring a gift from your home to give them. This way you're carrying that vibration of stability, that vibration of peace, and you'll have a better go at it, okay? Also highlighted for Virgos this week are issues connected to, interestingly, home improvements. So good time while you're meditating and think about, gee, I want to put down the new carpet or change the furniture. Go for it. Your key word this week, Virgo, is home. All right. Our next sign is Libra, and that's September 23rd to October 22nd. Libras, this week you are going to be very inspired to jump in and to change things and make things happen. Wait. Okay? In the area of work, Libra, you're going to feel compulsive, like, oh, I'll just go change all this setup, or I'll change this procedure, I'll do this. Your inspiration is coming from a higher place. It is the right idea, but the timing is where the challenge is. So this week you want to wait. Not wait in a passive way, but think of transition right now in terms of preparing. So you want to prepare your thoughts and your ideas, why you want to bring change. Prepare to present those to people in authority. So rather than just changing a procedure and telling your boss, oh, I'm doing it this way, this week rather wait on the change, but write out a memo of why you want to do the change and then present it this week. And that will get you much farther. It's going to be a little challenging week for Libra because you're going to see what needs to be done, especially in the work area, know how to do it, but you're going to have to slow it down, okay? Also in the area of personal relationships this week, you want to think in terms of also taking things very slow. You've got to be kind of the teacher of this net right now, particularly in relationships. People are looking to you for like which direction to go. They're seeking your peace, your comfort, your guidance. And in all your relationships, take everything slow is not to overwhelm people. Also highlighted for Libras this week are issues connected to business development. So it's a good time if you're thinking about starting your own business, be open to it, start to prepare that, start to plan it, and you're going to see a lot of success in that area. Your key word this week, Libra, is prepare. All right. All right, our next sign is Scorpio, and that's October 23rd to November 21st. Scorpios, right now, you're a little bit like the Libras. You've got the passion to jump into things. You've got to you feel like you want everything to move forward. You're also going to have to kind of put some brakes on it right now. This week for Scorpios is going to be more of a week of observation. You're going to be very in touch with your intuitive side this week, Scorpio. So definitely listen to that. But rather than act on it, just write it down what you're observing. Make this the week of wait and see, and then you'll be better prepared to get things going. In the area of work, you definitely want to try to stay silent. You may be drawn into a conflict this week where everybody's asking you to kind of give the opinion or take the side. Don't do it. Just say, you know what, I want to stay back and observe and think about this. What you really want to say to everybody is, give me some time to think about that. This is going to get you out of jams and make you much more popular in the long run. Even if at the moment people get frustrated, your wisdom will guide you. See, you've got a lot of Saturn energy around you this week, and that's bringing your focus. So trust that focus and work with it. In the area of personal relationships also, Scorpio, you may have a partner or somebody around you that's a little compulsive, like saying, let's get married after 5 minutes of meeting them. Again, you can say, let me think about that. Try to avoid compulsive behaviors. If somebody calls you up and says, hey, let's go hit the bars and get wild, you might want to say, no, maybe not tonight. Take things slow. Don't get yourself into dramatic situations. It would be very easy this week for you to end up in the wrong place at the wrong time. Don't do it, okay? So, what's your words you got to practice is literally saying, let me think about that. I'll get back to you, okay? Also highlighted for Scorpios this week are issues connected to reading. So it's a good time to slow down and read a book, okay? So go to the library instead of going to the bar. Your keyword this week, Scorpio, is wait. All right, our next sign is Sagittarius. That's November 22nd to December 21st. Sagittarius, you are in educator mode. Everybody thinks that you have all the knowledge of the universe. And the truth is you actually do, at least for this week. You've got a lot of that Saturn energy working for you, a lot of that Neptune. You know what to say and when to say it. Trust that, work with it. You're going to find very much that like particularly in work, they're going to ask you to be a leader. Even if you're not a manager, you're going to find this week that you're asked to take over meetings, to do presentations, kind of have your performance hat on because you're going to be speaking to groups this week. And you know what? The secret to that is be a teacher. If you're asked to present anything, think of it in terms of a lesson plan. How would I teach a class? Okay? So you're going to find that you're very much in teacher mode, and that's going to work for you. In the area of relationships, also Sagittarius, again, this energy carries over into that. So people are going to say to you, well, how do I know that you love me? Or how do I know that I can trust you? How can I do this? These are younger souls around you, particularly in personal relationships, that just want reassurance. Don't take the questions that you'll get as mistrust or judgment against you. These are people who are trying to say, I'm trying to understand you and us and how we relate. So don't think that they don't like you or that some attack. It's a student questioning who just is not knowing. So be patient with that, okay? Also highlighted for Sagittarius this week are issues connected to, interestingly, education longer term. So if you've been wanting to go back to school, maybe pick up another degree or just take some classes for self-enrichment, good time for that. Your key word this week, Sag, is teach. Teach those around you. Be the wisdom keeper. All right, our next sign is Capricorn, December 22nd to January 19th. Capricorns, the rest of the world is running around mad trying to get everything done. Stay out of the fray. Capricorns this week want to think all about themselves. Normally I don't advocate selfishness, but in Capricorn's cases, it's really more, the word is not selfishness, but self-preservation, okay? If you run with the rest of the crowd, guess what? They're going to be like horses running off a cliff. Don't get into that. This is a good week for you to pull back from the crowd, stay centered, stay to yourself, try to focus on tasks that are more self-oriented or enhance your own personal journey rather than trying to save the world or be out in front. You're a natural leader, so this may be a little challenging, but if you can honor yourself, you're going to make it through just fine, okay? In the area of personal relationships, Capricorn, again, you want to take this slow. This is not the best week for romance. You may want to focus on more solitary pursuits, like getting away from everybody, having a spiritual retreat. So don't get caught up into family dramas or anybody else's drama. This is your week for you to be silent, solitude, and alone. And will actually be refreshing. So self-preserving is what you want to focus on, okay? Also highlighted for you guys this week are issues connected to long-term financial planning. So it's a good time to think about your retirement accounts, looking at your finances. Focus on that also. Your key word this week, Capricorn, is rest. Okay. Our next sign is Aquarius, and that's January 20th to February 18th. Aquarius, with all this air energy and fire energy this week, you are just about to pop. Make sure that you don't hold all that thought within, but express it. Speak it out. Share your thoughts. Share your ideas. You're going to have a lot of energy similar to Sagittarius in that people want to hear from you. They want to know your thoughts. You may find yourself asked to do an impromptu seminar. Be open to that. Remember that you're a natural channel. Aquariuses are always channeling, whether they know it or not. And so this week, you want to focus on being a channel, but direct the energy out your mouth rather than in your head. Now, I know it's sometimes, Aquarius, they can get stuck in that everything in their head and they forget to speak it. And that's going to be your challenge. So focus on where your energy is moving, move it out your mouth. If you're channeling, you'll see everything right. Don't worry about it, okay? In the area of personal relationships also, Aquarius, this is a good week for you to kind of share your heart, share your emotions, because, as I said, you're challenged in that you hold stuff in your head and you assume that people know. Don't assume that. You want to say to your partner, your friends, or your family, how much you love them, how much you appreciate, verbally communicate it, okay? And that's going to go a long way to making a good week for you. Also highlighted for Aquarius this week are issues connected to travel. So it's a good time to think about where you might go, how much you connect to your higher self through a trip. Be open to that. Your key word this week, Aquarius, is express. Express yourself. And our last sign, but not least, is Pisces, and that's February 19th to March 20th. Pisces, also this week, you are very much in psychic mode. You are feeling the spirit's channeling through you. Let that power work. Like the Aquarians, you want to just let the spirit speak through you. Don't try to logically intuit stuff. Even though there's a lot of Saturn energy, which is very much mental wisdom and logic, your power is more from the heart and intuitive. So if you work from the heart this week, that's where success is, in business as well as in personal life. Now, I know some of you are going to say, well, Bob, in business, you have to be all mental focused. Yes, there's truth to that. But this week, if you bring the heart in and talk from the heart with your business associate, it's going to really build trust and go a long way to stabilizing bonds of business as well. Okay, so be open to that. Also highlighted for Pisces this week are issues connected to education. So also a good time to figure out where you want to strengthen your knowledge. Maybe take some classes, whether it's technical skills, maybe it's a writing class or a communication class. Let that energy work for you, and you're going to be awesome. Excuse me, guys, I'm losing my voice here. But I do see around Pisces this week a lot of energy for psychic power. Let it roll. There's a lot of Neptune energy. You're going to rock it, okay? Your key word this week, Pisces, is channel. Be that channel. Oh my gosh, guys, can you believe we covered all 12 zodiac signs? There we are. Listen, I say it all the time, but I got to say it again. When you're at a time of challenge in your life and you feel overwhelmed, don't give in to despair. Just take a deep breath, pause, and look to the stars. The zodiac wheel above us is always spinning. And what that means is that each day brings a new opportunity for blessing, new power, and for hope. The stars don't control us nor compel us, but they are our friends. They guide us on our journey. So draw power from the stars above. Let them be your allies and your friends, and you will be blessed. Guys, listen, thanks for being here. I love you guys. I'm so thankful for all of you. Well, listen, keep it here at Spirit Channel. You know, we've always got more coming. Tomorrow's Tuesday. That means time for messages from the spirit world. You don't want to miss it. So make sure to be here, and we'll have that as well. You guys are the best. Thank you. And if you didn't see yesterday's video, definitely go check that out. It's the witching hour and the cue right before this one. And help Psychic Bob out. Like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends. And if you can, hit subscribe, be part of our channel. And if you get a chance, I always forget this, pop over to my website and check out my books. I'm a published author. I'll put my link to all this below. And, you know, check out my books. And if you want to get on my schedule for private reading, also you can contact me for that. I do private readings. They're an hour long. And in your reading, we'll cover past, present, future, spirit guides. I'll answer all your questions. We cover a lot of stuff. And those of you who have private reading, you know I do go in depth. So I do charge for private readings. All that's at my website, though. You can contact my office or send me an email, and we'll get you on the schedule. Okay? You guys are best. I love you. We'll see you back here tomorrow for messages from the spirit world. And until then, I'm going to meditate on communing with Lord Thor. We'll see you tomorrow. Blessed be.